After COVID-19, the private jet industry is quickly recovering as new customers who have never flown private before spend a lot of money to avoid the lines and crowds of commercial flights. Public flights are only 15 to 17% of what they were last year, but private flights are up to 70% of average. People who can afford to own and run a jet see it as more than just an expensive plane. They see it as a sign of how well off they are. But for many, having a private jet might sound like something only the very rich can do. In reality, the prices of private planes range a lot, from being incredibly expensive to being pretty reasonable. We are going to look at some of the less expensive jets that cost less than $30 million today. Let's get right into the video. Number 7. Cessna Citation Sovereign. The model that came after the Citation Sovereign is the Cessna Citation Sovereign Plus. At $18 million, the powerful Cessna Citation Sovereign Plus is the least expensive super mid-size jet on the market right now. This comfortable and well-thought-out middle-class business jet was made for flights across the country, with the ease and safety of passengers in mind. The Citation Sovereign Plus is designed to go farther and climb faster than its competitors. It has two strong Pratt & Whitney PW306C engines, each with 5,900 pounds of thrust, which give it a top speed of 515 miles per hour. Because of these amazing turbofans, this plane can take off from just 3,530 feet, which is very short. The Cessna Sovereign's best feature is its long range. It can fly around 3,700 miles without having to stop to refuel. By this, it means it can easily fly from coast to coast in the US or from New York, Paris, or Dubai to London across the Atlantic Ocean. Because it has the shortest takeoff of any private plane in its class, the Sovereign Plus is known for performing well on the runway. This means it can fly from a small airport. The cabin is 5 feet 6 inches wide and 5 feet 8 inches tall, and it can comfortably fit 12 people in a variety of arrangements, including an extra couch that can be added if needed. The Sovereign Plus had recessed armrests that made the aisles bigger than the previous model. The Sovereign's unique Clarity system has a touchscreen that makes it easy to handle from the passenger seat. People will really like these planes for a long time. Number 6. Embraer Legacy 500. The Legacy 500 is the right size in between the Legacy 600 and the Legacy 750, which are the bigger siblings, and the Legacy 450, which is the shorter sibling. It was clear that Embraer wanted to move upstream with the Legacy 500, which they thought would become the most technologically advanced mid-sized model on the market. And it did. It has two Honeywell HTF 750E dual fatty turbofans that each put out 7,036 pounds of thrust. The private plane costs $20 million. It's clear why the HTF series engines are so popular for mid-size and super mid-sized planes. They use very little fuel, are easy to maintain, and have advanced digital control. The Legacy 500 has a flight range of around 3,900 miles, a top cruise speed of up to 536 miles per hour, and fly-by-wire technology that makes it very good at flying. This makes it fast and efficient for mid to long-range trips of up to 5 hours. Some of the places these connect are London to the Canary Islands and Paris to Marrakech. The Legacy 500 can take off from just over 4,000 feet, which means it can fly from a lot of smaller airports. It lands about half that far away. It's clear that Embraer is known for good design throughout the Legacy 500's body, which is modern and classy. There is plenty of light and space in the Legacy 500 cabin, which has a fully stand-up layout and a flat floor that can fit 8 to 12 people. The Legacy 500 has seats that can all be fully reclined and swiveled, and 2 of them can be turned into a fully flatbed berthing choice. The plane certainly sets the bar for mid-sized jets that are still affordable. You will be amazed if you stay for the top 3 on our list. Number 5. The Gulfstream G280. Gulfstream has been a name for high-performance private planes that look good on the outside and feel great on the inside for decades. It's true that the $24.5 million Gulfstream G280 is a modified version of the G200. Gulfstream bought the whole program in 2001, which is one reason why G280 is the smallest member of the family. In real life, it's known as the baby Gulfstream. The G280 has two Honeywell HTF 7250G turbofan engines, and each one gives it 7,624 pounds of thrust. There is a top speed of 651 miles per hour and a ceiling height of 45,000 feet. The jet can go up to 4,100 miles with 4 people on board. Gulfstream says this makes it easy for the G280 to connect New York to Paris or London to Dubai. The Gulfstream G280's wing is the thing that stands out the most. The new wing has a lot less drag, which lets the plane run for longer distances. The twin-engine super mid-size business jet has a lot to offer people who care a lot about comfort as well. Gulfstream improved the previous model by adding 17 inches to the length of the cabin's interior. The G280's cabin can be set up to fit between 8 and 10 people. People in the G280 seats can get even more room by moving their seat toward the aisle. The Gulfstream G280 has 120 cubic feet of space in the back for luggage, which is a lot for a super of this size. Number 4. Embraer Legacy 650E. It might be hard to understand how a private jet that costs $25.9 million could be one of the cheapest flights. Then you understand that that's a good deal for Embraer's class size. The Gulfstream G550, which is about the same size, costs more than twice as much, at $61.5 million. Embraer has been making successful planes for over 40 years and has delivered them all over the world. Now, they are introducing the Embraer Legacy 650E, which will replace the successful Legacy 650. The E stands for Evolution, 2 Rolls-Royce AE 3007A2 engines placed in the back. Of the 650E, give it power. Each one gives the plane over 9,000 pounds of thrust. With this much power, the 650E can reach a top cruise speed of 506 miles per hour and a top cruise altitude of 41,000 feet. The Legacy 650E can fly over 4,500 miles. That's far enough to go from London to New York or Sao Paulo to Miami without stopping. The 650E has kept its predecessor's great 99.9% efficiency, thanks to the Legacy 650E platform and the Rolls-Royce engines. The Emperor 650E is also pretty roomy, with space for up to 13 people. You can move around easily during a long trip. The 650E's large size continues into the bathroom, and the 286 cubic foot trunk, which is plenty of space for luggage. A great plane for big families that like to fly together a lot. Before we get to number 3 on our list, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more journeys in the world of luxury. Number 3. Bombardier Challenger 350. The $26 million Challenger 350 replaced the 10-year-old Challenger 300 when it went into service in 2014. It had more than 200 deliveries in 2017 and was on track to become the most shipped business jet that year. After 6 years, Bombardier has been putting out about 5 new Challenger 350s every month. Honeywell's HTF 7000 series engines are still in the Challenger 350. These engines are the standard for the super mid-size class and have 7,323 pounds of thrust. The HTF 7350 still has the automatic power reserve mode, which makes it safer. There are 3,682 miles of range on the jet, and its top speed is 528 miles per hour. It can take 8 people from New York to London in just over 6.5 hours. With its Honeywell engines, the 350 can reach 41,000 feet in as little as 18 minutes and keeps going straight up to 43,000 feet. The Challenger 350's wing, engine, and landing gear were all designed together to make sure they were perfectly balanced, which makes the ride smooth from takeoff to landing. There is a wide, flat floor in the passenger area that is 25.2 feet long. In this Javan-equipped bedroom, the 6 club seats can be turned into 3 beds, and all of them let air flow through them. In this arrangement, called Globetrotter, there is room for 8 to 10 people, including the toilet seat. The cabin of the Challenger 350 is also the quietest in its class. Number 2. Cessna Citation Longitude. Cessna Citation is a brand name that makes people think of stability, dependability, conservatism, history, and value. You can get to your latest cultural fix just in time for the Cessna Citation Longitude to arrive. The Longitude costs $26.2 million, and its engines are Honeywell's HTF 7700Ls. Each one gives it 7,600 pounds of power. It will have the Garmin G5000 flat panel touchscreen avionics system, which comes with a head-up display and an improved vision system that can be added as an extra. It can move quickly at 547 miles per hour and carry up to 1,600 pounds of fuel. Big Fowler flaps slow the plane down a lot by adding drag and making the wing area much bigger when they are fully extended. A smart hydraulic spoiler system with 5 spoilers on each side helps with flying control. The plane has the same 6-foot tall and more than 6-foot wide flat floor passenger cross-section as the mid-size Citation Latitude. This makes it the narrowest in its class. The bedroom has very little noise, which is the most noticeable thing. The Longitude has the most headroom in its class and is almost twice as quiet inside as its closest competitor. It can fit up to 12 people. It's quieter inside the Longitude Jet than inside a Ferrari G23 going fast on the highway. Because the seats are very flexible, the person can slide out toward the aisle. Cessna went even further by making sure that the windows were big and well spread so that everyone in every seat could see the world below them. The Longitude is a big step forward for Textron Aviation in terms of cabin comfort and efficiency. The aircraft systems have also been improved. Number 1. Dassault Falcon 2000 LXS. There are more than 550 Falcon 2000 series planes in service right now, and the 2000 LXS is one of the most popular models. Pricing at $29.9 million, the Falcon 2000 LXS was made to replace the Falcon 2000 LX. Falcon business jets are perfect for an area with lots of small, hard-to-reach airports because they are very flexible, low cost to run, and comfortable. The Falcon 2000 LXS is powered by 2 Pratt & Whitney Canada PWC 308C engines. Each one gives off 7,000 pounds of thrust and uses 240 gallons of fuel per hour. The Falcon 2000 LXS can go 4,600 miles and can run at around 550 miles per hour at its fastest. This plane has a bigger payload and does really well at airports. The 2000 LXS can get into airports and use runways that are harder for other planes in this class. The high Mach mixed winglets help the plane do better when it comes in for landing and approaching. The EZ2 avionics set in the flight deck makes things run more smoothly and helps pilots stay organized. The cabin of the Falcon 2000 LXS is 1,024 cubic feet and has 18 windows, making it a wide-body plane. There are comfy seats for up to 10 people. People who buy the 2000 LXS can choose how to finish the inside. The cabin is very nice and has a very modern entertainment system. People can change the lights in the cabin from their seats.